London, a sprawling urban metropolis. In 2017, London had an estimated population of 7.8 million people. The city consumes vast amounts of food, with increasing demands on resources. Currently, it is being parasitic to the countryside, not taking a cooperative stance in the production of food. We spoke to Dr. BIEL, a lecturer on political ecology at UCL, to explain the current issues of food production.
The current food production methods are destroying the natural system instead of working with it, and I think that intrinsically farming is part of nature, and it should operate as a natural system. And this has been more or less the case with the ancient farming system.
Farming methods need to develop, and cities need to take their share of responsibility. One possible solution is that of aquaponics.
I think aquaponics is an interesting idea because it illustrates the role of circular systems. So that instead of a linear system where you have energy and matter going in and entropy or waste coming out, with the circular system you are eliminating waste through the definition of the system itself.
So where does aquaponics originate? It in fact dates to the 6th century BC, where it was termed hydroponics, hydro for water and ponics meaning labour. It is recurrently being used throughout historical civilizations such as in Babylon, Mesopotamia and Aztec culture of central Mexico. Today it's known in the technology of aquaponics. Aquaponics relies on a circulatory system. It starts with a fish being fed food, causing waste ammonia to be excreted through the gills into the water. This water is then pumped through a system of plants acting as their sole water source. The nutrients are then taken up from the water and the clean water returned, reoxygenated, to the fish tanks where the cycle starts again. We set off to examine how aquaponic technology works in real life. We visited the GROWUP box, an aquaponic farm in central London, to see if it's a sustainable solution we're looking for. We spoke to Sam Cox, the designer of the farm, to understand what the benefits of aquaponics really are.
So yeah, aquaponics we think is a sustainable method of farming for a whole number of reasons, but predominantly because we can grow a lot of the produce which is currently imported close to people in cities where we have burgeoning urban populations, and cut down on that environmental cost of transporting and refrigerating it. But we're also able to retain a lot of the water in the system and use a natural source of waste, fish waste, as a fertiliser for the whole process. So we're trying to demonstrate a really resource efficient way of producing food.
Aquaponics seems to be a potential solution. By saving up to 70% of water in the system, less fertiliser is needed because it's not lost to wasteland. However, is this technology too good to be true?
So I guess certainly within aquaponics, it's harder to grow. It's really well suited for leafy salads and herbs, but it's more challenging to grow other crops in an aquaponic system. It's not saying it can't be achieved, but it takes a lot of specialist know-how and resources.
With this in mind, we went to visit two city farms to see how traditional soil and animal farming methods compare to aquaponic technology. With its sprawling garden-filled food production fell far from the clinical technology of aquaponics. We spoke to Sophie, a farmer at Springfield Park, who explains the importance of their traditional methods.
I'm a firm believer in growing in soil and in preserving the soil and improving the soil that we have got, given that soil is being eroded at vast rates around the world within farming practices, farming practices that use pesticides and chemicals and so on.
Sophie went on to discuss the benefits.
It shows people what can be done, so it means that there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of Londoners who have got a little bit of outdoor space at home that they could be growing in themselves and helping to feed themselves or their families. It also it also brings food into the city, so there's fewer food miles for the food that we're growing, so that's less pollution and so on. We also have volunteers who work here who find it really useful for health reasons, for mental health reasons, for just getting away from the computer that everybody's in front of these days.
So, aquaponics, although a technological connection with nature, doesn't let people see nature up close. From visiting these various farms, it is clear that there is much more to sustainable food production than immediately meets the eye. They not only provide a place for social occasion and for people to get in touch with nature, but also have environmental benefits, saving on transport, storage and the pressure upon large-scale organisations. The two types of methods work not in competition but in harmony, maximising one another's weaknesses. However, perhaps it is not only food production that we should be concerned about. Distribution and waste are other key areas. What we do know is that farms have been brought into the modern city through old and new techniques, and in one way or another, they are here to stay.